Welcome to Battle Axe. I'm Joey Danya inside the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa for week 7 here of this 7-week season. After this, it's on to the postseason, a double elimination tournament. We can't wait for that, but before we set the field for that postseason tournament, we've got to get to things here in week number 7. It's been a thrilling season thus far. So many players competing for a championship. For more on the progression of all the competitors in this league, here's Eric Schizel.
Week 8, of course, locally. Here we've got a lot of great people that have improved throughout the weeks. And I mean, every week you see, most improved player, and then they're all getting there, and people are very excited to tell me, I haven't thrown under 40 all night. And these people started week 1 throwing 21, 24 points, these 100% improvement with a lot of our players right now. And that's what you're going to get when you join the league. You're not just going to be put in the corner, figure it out on your own. No, we're always here to help you. So it's really nice when we see new league players come in and we're hitting week 7, and that's when the real throwing comes to light, where we see what they're capable of, and it was really nice to see that.
Thank you very much, Eric. We are looking forward to getting things started here in week number 7. But before we do, let's take a look at the standings after 6 weeks of competition. There you see our defending champion, Matt Bradshaw, atop the leaderboard once again. Bradshaw with a record of 21-3 at an average score of 50.3 points per game. Right behind Bradshaw is Chris D'Onofrio, a newcomer to this league, and he's made his name known here this season. 22-2 on the season, averaging nearly 50 points per game. We are set to go here in week number 7 on Battle Axe. Our first matchup of the day, Big Jim Haas taking on Brandon Feenstra. So Feenstra and Haas will touch tips for good sportsmanship. We're set to go here in week number 7, and as always, I'm joined by my partner, Bobby the Blade Bradford.
Thanks, Joey, for having me. Can't wait to see this matchup between Big Jim Haas and Brandon Feenstra.
Yeah, what a start there for Big Jim Haas. He throws a bullseye. He's got a 6-4 lead.
After the first throw, it looks like Jim came to play tonight.
Yeah, Jim Haas has come to play this season, as he always does. Big Jim Haas with a record of 21-3 coming into this one. He throws a 5 on his second throw, as does Brandon Feenstra to keep it a 2-point game.
Yeah, both these players in the top bracket of the league here. So good scores and very few mistakes.
As was to be expected. Big Jim Haas biting his nails a little bit.
Well, he sees himself going down from 6-5 to 4, so he needs to turn it on right now.
Yeah, definitely going in the wrong direction, but we know that Jim Haas can turn this around in a hurry, and he's still in front here.
Well, that's a good throw by Jim there. I'm going to have to get a closer look at Brandon's throw there.
That was
this is
best throw of the day from Brandon Feenstra. It's a 5, and it's another bullseye for Jim Haas. He now leads by 4, 21-17 after 4 throws. Good throw there from Jim Haas.
4, Jim, 5,
almost an identical throw there by Brandon.
He gets a 5. Haas gets a 4. So Feenstra gains a little ground here, chipping away at that deficit. He's trailing by 3 after the first half of this one.
Yeah, Jim has a really simple wind-up motion, but when he is on, it is a dart right at that board.
Haas playing very well in this one. He's been consistent throughout. He now picks up 2 points on Feenstra after a 3 from Brandon Feenstra and a 5 for Jim Haas. Haas has his biggest lead of the day, 30-25.
Ooh, and just a nice throw there.
Yeah,
another nice throw by Brandon as well.
Haas really dialed in, but Feenstra answers to keep it a 5-point game, a couple of bullseyes.
Yeah, just a really nice showing here by Jim. Looks like he's getting a phone call here in the middle of the match, so hopefully that doesn't distract him too much.
Probably some folks watching him at home and cheering him on. Wow, looks like another bullseye for Jim Haas.
Jim not to be distracted by anything. He's going to pepper in another bullseye. And Brandon's not missing by much here. He's got a couple really close calls in the bullseye.
But Jim Haas is just on fire right now. His 4th bullseye of the day, his 2nd in a row. A chance at a unicorn here for Big Jim Haas.
Just off the mark there. Looks like a 4 for Jim. And Brandon just can't capitalize on Jim's very few mistakes he's made in this
All
match.
right, this is your last
This
throw.
one is
Brandon,
starting
you're at
to get away
39,
from
Jim,
Brandon
you're at 46.
Feenstra. Jim Haas now leading 46-39. 1 throw to go. Will Feenstra go for the kill shot? He's not going to. Just going to try and put up a bullseye here.
Yeah, Brandon's not one of the more aggressive players in the league. He likes to just be pretty consistent and put points on the board.
5, Jim.
It's
5,
a 5
Brandon.
for Haas and a 5 for Feenstra. And
All
it's a
right,
victory
Brandon,
for
you ended at
Jim
44.
Haas. An
Jim, you won
impressive
at
round of
51 points.
51 to take down Brandon Feenstra.
Good game.
Well, Jim Haas lives up to his namesake. Another win for Big Jim Haas, 22-3. 4 bullseyes in this one, peppered in with several 5s and some 4s for a round of 51. A very consistent performance here from Jim Haas.
Yeah, one of the best performances we've seen from Jim. As you can see, there's just no 3s in his score right there. But Brandon, nice showing as well. But as you can see, he's got 3 3s in that round. So just not enough to keep up with Big Jim Haas.
Postseason right around the corner, and Jim Haas looking to be a contender here on Battle Axe. We're just getting started here in week number 7. Much more Battle Axe straight ahead. Welcome back to Battle Axe. I'm Joey Danya here at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa for week 7 of this 7-week regular season in the WATL. If you're new to the program, here's how the scoring works. There are 5 rings, each ring worth 1 point going up to 5 points for the smallest ring. Of course, there is the bullseye, the red dot in the middle. That's worth 6 points. And then there's the kill shots, those small black dots on the upper portion of that one ring. Those are worth 8 points if you can hit it. But if you go for it and you miss it, you get 0 points. We're going to throw it down to our next competitor now, Gina Feenstra, for how she goes about trying to improve her scores.
Yeah, I'm, kind of getting high 30s for the most part, low 40s, trying to get in that 40 range and maybe some 50 someday.
Thank you very much, Gina Feenstra. Best of luck today and the rest of the way this season. We're set to go here for our second matchup of the day in week number 7. Gina Feenstra looking confident as she gets set to take on Stephanie Prine, who's oozing with confidence as well.
All right, you guys are good. If you
Prine
want to touch
and
this, we'll
Feenstra.
begin.
Touch tips, we're ready to go, Bobby.
Yeah, it should be an exciting matchup here as well. Stephanie had some issues with drops in her last match, so let's see if she
Hey, Gina,
can overcome those.
for Stephanie.
Absolutely. Stephanie Prine throwing the Pink Lady, as she calls her axe because of its pink handle, and she lands the Pink Lady for a 4. Feenstra lands a 3.
Yeah, both players have really improved as the season has gone on. Their quality of throws has improved, and they're putting up better numbers overall.
That's the name of the game, is improvement. Both of these players looking to finish strong here in the regular season and then carry that momentum into the postseason. A second consecutive 4 for Stephanie Prine. She extends her lead to 8-5.
Yeah, the axe getting away from Gina a little bit. Let's see if she can rebound
4
here.
Stephanie, 3 Gina.
So just another nice consistent throw by Stephanie. You can see her blades hitting a little more flush with the board than it was in her last matchup that we saw.
12-8, Stephanie Prine with the lead after 3 straight 4s to start this one.
Ooh,
4 Stephanie,
there's a great
5
throw by Gina.
And she needed it.
All right, and this is your 5th throw. Gina, you're at 13. Stephanie, you're at 16.
Feenstra landing a 5. She's within 3 now.
And one of the things we've seen with Gina as her progression throughout the season has gone, she's become much more of a confident thrower. There's much more authority with throwing the axe.
Absolutely.
4 Gina,
That's a great throw by
4
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Yeah, we talked earlier about Stephanie Prine having the issues with the drops last week, but
I'm
she's
on.
really
Switch
locked in
sides.
right now, consistently throwing nothing but 4s. She's leading 20-17
All right,
after
you
the
guys are
first
good.
half.
Now the important part, you got to keep adding on to that lead. Oh, and it's not a drop
0
though, but
Stephanie,
it's not going to be any points
Gina.
either, Joey.
Same result. Prine shaking her head. That's a throw she really wishes she could have back. Feenstra lands a 3, and we're all tied up now, 20 all, with 4 throws to go.
That's just one of the things, when you see the top competitors in this league, they don't leave that door open for their opponent to come back.
4, Stephanie.
So nice job on Gina for capitalizing on Stephanie's mistake and tying this thing up.
Prine responding nicely after the 0. She throws another 4. We're still tied, 24 all. Just 3 throws to go now.
3, Gina. 3, Stephanie.
Neck and neck.
Matching points here, 27-27 going into the 9th throw. Really a crucial spot for both players. We're going to see who wants it more here, Joey. There's a good throw by Gina.
5,
On the
Gina,
pink lady, just
3,
barely hanging on there.
Stephanie.
Yeah, Prine very fortunate
All right, this is the
that
last
did not
throw.
drop.
Stephanie, you're at 30. Gina,
It
you're
lands
at
in for a
32.
3. Feenstra with her best throw of the day. It's a 5. She leads by 2 with 1 throw to go.
So Stephanie hoping for a mistake by Gina. Nice move by Gina to let
4,
Stephanie throw first,
4,
though.
Gina.
And Gina Feenstra
All right, so
throws in a
Stephanie ended
4
with
to
34.
put it
Gina, you
away.
won at 36.
Feenstra the victor over Stephanie Prine, 36-34. So Gina Feenstra, consistent throughout this one. She puts up a round of 36, and ultimately it was that 0 on her 6th throw that ended up costing Stephanie Prine in this one.
Yeah, not one of Gina's highest scoring matches, but definitely got the job done. And just a good job from Gina to capitalize on Stephanie's 0 that she threw in the 6th throw. Also, nice job, though, from Stephanie for eliminating the drops. Although she does have a 0, the axe was sticking into the board.
Yeah, certainly a step in the right direction for both of these competitors. As we get set for the postseason next week, we're going to throw it down now to one of the top dogs in this league, Chris D'Onofrio, on his goals.
I want to be a world-class thrower because I want to throw against the best. That's what the competition is, and that's really what's going to elevate my game. And learn from some of the bigger names. Being able to throw with them, you're gonna see how they throw, and you're gonna be able to hopefully take what they're doing and put it into your own game. So.
Thank you very much, Chris. Best of luck today and the rest of the way this season. Now, there are cash prizes involved in Battle Axe, but Eric the Scope Schizel isn't playing for cash. He's playing for a charity.
So right now I'm playing for Skate-A-Stance, this company. This nonprofit. They're looking to bring education to third world countries for women that don't have an opportunity for that kind of education. They're using skateboarding, which is a great throwback when I was younger. They're using that as a way to break through and introduce women in third world countries that generally aren't allowed to do sports and be active like that, to kind of use it. They view it as a toy over there. So it's actually breaking ground over there for not only that, to get them involved in sports, but also they have a school, and schools actually, 3 of them right now. So we're going to donate money to them to get third world country education for women. They really need it right now. Of course, and everyone needs education. I think they all deserve it. So I think we should start there and help those less fortunate. So that's where our company's going to go. That's the route. That's what I'm playing for, and we're going to make some money for them. We definitely are. Week 8. It's going to happen.
A very confident and a very generous Eric the Scope Schizel, ready to get things going here in week number 7. Eric the Scope Schizel going to go head-to-head with a fellow giant of this league, Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio.
The Scope versus the Dagger.
Yeah, this is one we are really looking forward to, Bobby the Blade. A lot of folks have been greatly anticipating this Week 7 matchup.
Absolutely. 2 of the top
Bullseye
competitors in the
Chris
league.
for Eric.
The Dagger starting off nicely with a bullseye. Really flush with the board.
The Scope throws a 4, so D'Onofrio with a 6-4 lead.
And although it's early, we know that the Scope is fond of throwing the kill shots, so we know deficits aren't necessarily the same for Eric as they are for other competitors.
There's a
Eric,
reason we
Bullseye
call
Chris.
him the Scope. Eric the Scope can land those kill shots and make a living doing it.
There's also a reason why we call Chris the Dagger, starting off with 2 6s and a chance at a unicorn here, so let's see if he can come through.
It's close.
It's very close. It's gonna maybe be a 5. We'll have to see. Could possibly be a 4.
Bullseye, Chris.
Ooh.
4,
It's
Eric.
a bullseye. Chris the Dagger D'Onofrio throwing a unicorn to start this one. Our first unicorn of week number 7. A unicorn, of course. 3 consecutive bullseyes, and it's magical every time we get to see it, Bobby.
Every time. There he's a little bit off the mark. That might be
5, Eric.
showing that he's a little bit of human there. But it's going to be close. I mean, it's right there. It looks like it might right be on that 5 line as well. So
She might need a second opinion here.
It's without yours.
So she's going to bring in
Chris is
Casey
at 18, you're
Nines
at
to take a
13.
closer look at this one.
Laser Wolf to come in to see how razor thin this scoring opportunity is here for Chris.
Yeah, Laser Wolf putting laser focus into the blade and the board to see just what it is. He's got his flashlight on. This is as close as it gets. And in a matchup like this, every point
4,
is
Chris.
crucial. It's a 4 for D'Onofrio. So Eric Schizel is pumped up. He gains a point on D'Onofrio. He gets within 4 now after 4 throws.
Yes, this is your 5th throw.
So I can already
1
see
second.
it going through Eric's head right
All
now
right,
that
Eric,
he's
you're at 18,
thinking about
Chris,
going for
you're
that
at
kill shot.
22.
He's looking at it. There, he's doing it right there. And looks a couple
5,
5s.
Eric, 5, Chris.
It's a couple of 5s here, and the way
All right, you have
D'Onofrio
the switch.
plays and his consistency, Eric Schizel might have to go for the kill shot at some point to get back in this one because D'Onofrio is just one of those guys. He's not going to make many mistakes.
Absolutely. And with the new rule changes that they've made for this
Eric,
league that you can go
bullseye.
for the kill shot at any point in
Chris,
time,
bullseye.
he might be waiting for, to see how these next few throws kind of turn out before he pulls that trigger. But a nice bullseye by both competitors there as well.
Yeah, it is the 4th bullseye of the day for Chris D'Onofrio. He's maintaining his 4-point lead with 4 throws to go.
Chris, 4.
I was going to say that looks really close.
bullseye.
Yeah, that's a bullseye there.
So there is a big turn of events for Eric the Scope Schizel. Back-to-back bullseyes. Just like that, he's within 2 now, 3 throws to go.
Just a great job by Eric there to capitalize on one of the very few mistakes that the Dagger has made.
Another great throw from
5,
the scope
Eric,
right
5,
there.
Chris.
It's a 5 for both competitors. It remains a 2-point game. 2 throws to go. 42-40, D'Onofrio leading Schizel.
So this is a little bit of strategy here by Eric. He's waiting for Chris to throw to see if he makes any mistake before Eric makes his approach. But as you can see, the Dagger with a bullseye
Bullseye,
there
Chris.
just to keep that pressure on Eric.
D'Onofrio with another bullseye. His 5th of the round. He's leading by 3
All right,
with
this is your
1
last
throw to
throw.
go.
Eric, you're at
Will we
45,
get a
Chris, you're
kill
at
shot from
48.
Eric the Scope?
We see the finger point.
It looks like he's
thinking about
going for it. He is.
it. Going up
Kill
top,
shot.
top rope.
What a moment here. D'Onofrio with a bullseye, it appears. Schizel going for the kill shot. He lands it.
Eric, kill shot.
What a shot from Eric the Scope Schizel. Now, if it's not a bullseye for D'Onofrio, we're going to have sudden death, but it is a
All right,
bullseye
Eric, you
for
ended at
Chris
53,
D'Onofrio.
Chris, you won at 54.
He's just able to squeak this one out. An
game.
absolute thriller. D'Onofrio the victor, 54-53 over Schizel. Well, in a battle of the Titans, we are treated to a fantastic match and an even better finish, Bobby. D'Onofrio with a bullseye to put it away.
Yeah, just a really great round by Chris and a nice job by Eric to come through in the 10th throw with that kill shot. But again, you can't say enough about this performance that Chris D'Onofrio had. Starting off with a unicorn, ending it with 2 6s as well, just to put the dagger in the heart of the scope.
Yeah, 6 bullseyes on the day for D'Onofrio. Meanwhile, Eric Schizel landing a kill shot. That'll be fun to watch in the postseason. Chris D'Onofrio will also be fun to watch in the postseason. Here's D'Onofrio for more on all of his success thus far this season.
It's been awesome because you're throwing, you're competing, and I'm starting to move up in the ranks a little bit, and it feels good. It feels good to look at the global standings and see your name up in that top 100 a couple times. I haven't necessarily stayed there, but just seeing yourself up there with the best, it's kind of cool.
Chris D'Onofrio certainly playing like one of the best in this league. We've got much more action still to come here in week number 7 on Battle Axe. It's all straight ahead on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe. I'm Joey Danya, as always at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa, here for week number 7 of this 7-week regular season in the WATL. And then after today's action, it's time for the double elimination postseason tournament. Earlier today, we just saw a thrilling matchup. Chris D'Onofrio beat Eric Schizel 54-53 with a bullseye on his final throw. We also saw victories from Gina Feenstra and Jim Haas. We are just about set to go for our next matchup. Here's our next competitor, Seth Grass, on his progression throughout the season.
I was definitely doing really bad at the beginning of the season, but I've gradually gotten better, I should say. I've gone through like 3 or 4 different axes trying to get used to them. I think the one that I'm throwing now is probably my favorite one, the one I'm probably best with. I've been scoring a lot better with it in general.
Seth Grass starting to get into a rhythm here on Battle Axe, and he's set to go here in week number 7. Let's bring you our next matchup right now. Seth Grass taking on Heather the Hatchet Gaul. Gaul versus Grass, Bobby.
Yeah, Seth's been going through his axes, but as we all know, Heather, she's had the same axe the entire time.
She's had that big old hatchet. That's why we call her Heather the Hatchet. And Heather the Hatchet lands her hatchet in for a 5. Grass throws a 4.
It's really important for each player to find the blade that works best for them. So finding that special axe is very important in this competition.
Absolutely. Both of these players coming in with identical records on the season of 6-18. Heather Gaul off to a nice start, another 5 to another 4 from Seth Grass.
Yeah, each player at different points in time this season has kind of struggled with the drops, but as we've seen with the progression of the season, both have kind of really turned that around.
And that is so crucial in this league because just one drop we've seen so many times. It can be a lot to come back from.
Yeah, it's really hard to beat the top players in this league if you have drops in your game. So it's really nice to see both players working on that throughout the season and putting up some consistent scores.
Heather the Hatchet. She's on today. 4 straight 5s.
There's nothing wrong with your TV screens, ladies and gentlemen.
Another 4 for Seth Grass. Heather the Hatchet leading 20-16 after 4 throws.
And there we go. We're going to flip the script a little bit here.
Heather 4.
So Gaul throwing a 4. Grass
All right, we'll
getting a
have you
point
switch.
back. He throws a 5. It's a 3-point game after the first half. Gaul and Grass switch sides and get set to go here for the second half of this one. Good throw there from Heather the Hatchet.
Yeah, Heather's really not missing by much here, which is a good thing to see as the, week 7 starts to wind down.
Yeah, this has been an impressive start for Heather Gaul as she builds a 4-point lead over Seth Grass with 4 throws to go.
Another nice throw there by Heather.
Heather 4, Seth 3.
So Heather Gaul extends the lead to 5. Seth Grass is going to need to get hot and get a little help here from Heather Gaul to get back in this one.
Well, and as we've seen from Seth as well, he is not afraid to be aggressive. He is one of the players that's gone for a kill shot at different points in time throughout the league. So it's in his game, and that's a great throw there to keep within shouting distance of Heather.
Yeah, he gains a point. He's within 4 now, but time is running out.
Again, the strategy, though, too, of waiting for your opponent to make a mistake or, seeing what your opponent does before you throw, all those things are factoring in when you're throwing an axe.
Good throw there from Grass, but it's a good throw from Gaul as well.
Heather 4, Seth 5.
It's a 4 from Gaul and a 5 from Grass, so he's within 3 and certainly within striking distance here on the final throw if he can get some help from Heather Gaul.
Let's see if he's going to go for the kill shot.
Yeah, it looks like he's thinking it over.
He's thinking over. He's going for it.
Seth Grass going to go for the kill shot. Really putting the pressure on.
And this is the kind of aggressive move you want to see coming into the
Heather 4,
tournament, but he was just so close.
So close, but so far.
All right, Seth, you ended at 37.
Heather Gaul
won
gets the
44
win,
points.
44-37. Well, a very consistent round from Heather Gaul. Nothing but 4s and 5s across her scoreboard for a round of 44 to take down Seth Grass. And you got to love the guts of Seth Grass to throw that kill shot there on the final shot.
Absolutely. His resiliency to come back after those 3s on the 6th and 7th throw. Really nice job to put the 5s up on the board and then, being aggressive and going for it. And he wasn't that far off.
Not at all. Battle Axe certainly a game of not only inches but centimeters, and Seth Grass came awfully close to landing that kill shot right there. Let's throw it down now to our next competitor, Casey Laser Wolf Nines, for more on his approach and making adjustments.
For me, it's too late to start changing what I'm doing. The only thing I can do is just focus on how I'm throwing and trying to do better on that. I've been trying different throws, different techniques, and they haven't been working. At the same time, I'm afraid to try to start something new this late in the tournament because maybe next tournament those will work out, but this time I gotta stay focused on how I was throwing, trying to do better on those ones.
Casey Laser Wolf Nines, one of the old guards of this league, the runner-up in our inaugural season of Battle Axe. We are set to go here for a matchup we're looking forward to with great anticipation. Casey Laser Wolf Nines going head-to-head with Casey Bullseye Buell. A battle of the Caseys, Bobby.
Right.
Just in case you missed
All
it,
right, you
it's
can
going to be a
begin.
battle of the Caseys.
Nines and Buell ready to go. Their names are the same, and they bring in identical records of 18 and 6 on the season.
Nines, Bullseye, 4, Buell.
So a bullseye for Laser Wolf, a 4 for Casey Buell.
Yeah, these two players, they're so similar. Just a great approach to the game. Again, like we've been saying all league long, very few mistakes.
Yeah, this should be a fantastic match here.
See, 4 Nines, 4 Buell.
4 for Casey Buell, a 4 for Casey Nines.
Well, and Casey Buell's coming off just a wonderful performance in week 6. He was just peppering the bullseyes, really wasn't missing by much. So
Yeah,
let's see if he can carry that over.
Absolutely. Got himself a
Buell,
big
4
win over
Nines.
Matt Bradshaw, his second win over Matt Bradshaw in his career.
Well, as we can see with these two competitors as well, when they miss, they don't miss by much. So, they're inside that inner circle of the 4. They're not missing by, by that 3 ring or anything like that.
Yeah, if a 4 is as bad as you're doing,
4
you're going to be
Nines,
in a
5
lot of
Buell.
axe throwing matches, and that's certainly the case right here.
Absolutely.
All right, this is your 5th throw. Casey Buell, you're at 17. Casey Nines, you're at 18.
So Nines with a 4, Buell with a 5, his best throw of the day. We've got a 1-point game.
Ooh.
4 Nines, Bullseye
And
Buell.
Casey Bullseye Buell landing his first bullseye of the day.
All right,
He's
we'll
starting to
have a
get
switch.
into a rhythm now. Buell takes the lead, 23-22, his first lead of the day.
Yeah, one of the things we see with Casey
4
Bullseye Buell is
Nines.
just that authority with the axe when he throws. Again, we were talking
Bullseye
about
Buell.
that blade hitting really flush with the wood. There's no arch in his throw at all. It's just a really confident throw.
Casey Buell is in charge of that axe.
And with the chance for a unicorn, no less.
Ooh, and he's awfully close.
5 Nines, 5
He
Buell.
just misses a unicorn, but he is still holding on to that 3-point lead with just 3 throws to go.
And one of the things Casey Nines has been working on, too, throughout the league is the comeback mentality.
4
We've seen him maintain a lead and build on a lead really well, but he's also done a really good job
4
of
Buell.
coming back from being in a deficit.
Yeah, Casey Nines may be down, but he is never out. Just too good of a player to fall apart.
Well, it's a mentality that you kind of work on as the season goes, and that's a nice
Bullseye
throw there by Nines.
4 Buell.
And that's just what we're talking about. Casey Nines gets right back into this one with a bullseye,
All right,
just
this
like
is gonna
that.
be your
It's a
last
1-point
throw.
game, and
Casey
it's all
Nines,
going to
you're at
come down to
41.
this, the
Casey
final
Buell, you're at
throw.
42.
Buell leading 42-41.
It all comes down to this throw. And
Casey Bullseye
Bullseye
Buell
4
living
Casey.
up to his namesake. Another bullseye to
All
put it
right,
away.
Casey Nines,
Buell
you
gets
ended
the
at
win,
45.
48
Casey
to
Buell, you are at
45.
48.
Well, a slow start for Casey Buell, but a red-hot finish to get the win. He throws a bullseye on his 10th and final throw to put it away, Bobby.
Yeah, Casey Nines was just too many 4s right there in that match against Casey Bullseye Buell, and Casey Buell with just too many bullseyes in the tank.
Yeah, it was when Buell threw that bullseye on his 5th throw that he took the lead, his first lead of the day, 23-22. It was a lead he would never relinquish.
Yeah, these are two of the top competitors in the league, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing more of them come tournament time.
Absolutely. Can't wait for it. Much more Battle Axe still to come straight ahead right here on MC22. Welcome back to Battle Axe on MC22. I'm Joey Danya at the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa, here for Week 7 of this WATL action. It's been a thrilling Week 7 thus far. We just saw Casey Buell win a thriller over Casey Nines, 48-45. Buell throwing a bullseye on his final throw to clinch the victory. Earlier today, we also saw Heather Gaul defeat Seth Grass 44-37. 5 matches down here in week number 7 and 2 more to go. Our next competitor is Cody Brimmer. Let's throw it down to Cody on handling the pressure.
Just trying to keep it out of my mind. It's always there. I can feel it. I can feel it before I throw. I can feel it when I throw. I can feel it after. It's just trying to block it out, trying to get up there and just do my thing.
Cody set to take on a giant of this league, the defending champion, Matt Bradshaw. Let's throw it down to Bradshaw for more on the difference with the tougher scoring this season.
It's a huge difference. Going from the bullseye of 6 last year to 4, now you've got the 6 on the bullseye, the 5 ring, and the 4 ring. And when you hit those 4s now, it's almost like hitting a 1. With the way we have players this year, you've got to be able to be consistent and at least hit the 5 and 6 on every throw to be competitive.
Best of luck today to Matt Bradshaw and Cody Brimmer as we get set here for our next matchup in week number 7 here in the WATL. Matt the Magic Man Bradshaw ready to go head-to-head with Cody Brimmer. Let's get it on, Bobby.
Yep, going to be a great matchup here again. Cody and Matt played earlier this year, and Cody didn't back down from Matt.
No, Cody Brimmer won't be pushed around. He won't be intimidated, even when he's going up against the defending champion.
5, Cody.
It's a nice throw there by Matt.
Bullseye, Matt.
Great start for Bradshaw. It's a bullseye. Nice start for Brimmer as well. He throws a 5. And how about those pants from the defending champ? Matt Bradshaw rocking some palm trees.
Absolutely makes you want to be on a sunny beach. And maybe that's his happy place.
Maybe that's where he goes to celebrate a Battle Axe championship.
Bullseye, Matt.
Yeah, it's nice to see Matt rebounding by far the most difficult week we've seen Matt have last week in week 6. So coming out with an opportunity for a unicorn here to start off this game.
Absolutely. The Magic Man dialed in right now. Can he throw a unicorn?
Ooh, and might be a couple of 4s. We'll have to get an official ruling here.
4, Matt. 4, Cody.
It is a 4 for Bradshaw, 4 for Brimmer. Matt Bradshaw leading this one 16-14 after 3 throws.
Matt saying in his interview that throwing a 4 is almost like throwing a 1. I mean, that's how competitive and how precise that he wants to be. That was pretty precise right there.
Matt.
Bradshaw rebounding nicely, his 3rd bullseye of the
Cody,
day.
You're at 19, Matt, you're at 22.
Brimmer still looking for his first bullseye of the day as Bradshaw extends the lead to 3.
It'll be interesting to see. We haven't seen Cody be very aggressive with the kill shot this season.
5, bullseye, Matt.
He's one of the more consistent players in the league for sure, so he hasn't really been in a position to go for it. But we'll see with this deficit if he's got one in the tank.
Yeah, he might have to take down the Magic Man at some point. The kill shot might be necessary.
And again, Matt with his classic strategy of waiting for his opponent to throw. He's just always so aware of his surroundings and just immersed in the competition of throwing axes.
Yeah, and you can just see the frustration, even with a 4-point lead. Bradshaw shaking his head after landing that 4 in there. This guy just strives to always throw nothing but the very best.
Well, and having gone through the gauntlet already of the tournament, Matt's well aware, probably more so than most people, that these 4s are just not going to get it done when it comes to these high-pressure games he's going to play in the tournament.
So it's a 5 for Brimmer. He picks up a point after another 4 from Matt Bradshaw. We've got a 3-point game with 3 throws to go.
Yeah, so this is really important for Matt here. He has to slam that door shut, not leave anything open for Cody. And Cody can't be throwing 4s.
Excuse me.
The official coming in to
5,
get a ruling
Matt.
on Bradshaw's
4,
throw.
Cody.
It's a 5 for Bradshaw, a 4 for Cody Brimmer. So Bradshaw now leading by 4 with just 2 throws to go.
Yeah, and Cody just had an opportunity there. He wants to at least match points with Matt. Can't give him any more ground, though.
But
See,
Bradshaw
bullseye,
will
Matt,
not let
Cody.
Brimmer get back in this one. Another
All right,
bullseye
this is
for
your
the
last
Magic
throw.
Man.
Cody, you're at 42.
His
Matt, you're at
5th of the
47.
day. He leads by 5. Will Brimmer go for the kill shot here on the final throw? Looks like he's not going to go for it.
It looks like he's just going to take the points that he can get. And Matt with another nice throw. Classic Magic Man.
4, Cody. Bullseye. Matt.
Another bullseye for the Magic Man. Nice round
All right,
for
Cody,
Matt
you won at
Bradshaw. He
46.
gets the
Matt, you
win,
won at 53
53
points.
to 46.
Good game.
Well, what a start for Matt Bradshaw in this one, and it was just too much for Cody Brimmer to overcome as the Magic Man puts it away on the last couple of throws with 2 more bullseyes to finish off an impressive round of 53.
Yeah, just a really nice match here by Matt. Very few mistakes. I mean, if you're going to count the 4s as mistakes, which we know he does, only 3 of those in the round. So really nice job with 6 6s in his 10 throws. So really impressive.
Yeah, a round of 53 will certainly win you a lot of games here in Battle Axe. We're set to go here for our final matchup of the day here in week number 7. We're going to see Casey Buell head back out there to take on Chris D'Onofrio. What a matchup this should be.
All right, you guys are ready.
Yeah, both players had really nice victories earlier in the night, and this should be a great matchup as well.
4, Casey. 4, Chris.
Couple of 4s to start this one. D'Onofrio, 23-2 on the season. Buell, 19-6. Both players looking for their second win of the day here in week number 7.
Oh, looks like a bullseye for Buell there. We're going to get a ruling on the dagger's throw.
Bullseye, Casey. Bullseye, Chris.
The dagger and the bullseye. Throwing 6s. 10 all.
Both players take this very seriously. They're highly competitive.
Bullseye, Chris. Bullseye, Casey.
Yeah, these are 2 competitors that we expect to be right in the thick of things in the hunt for a championship next week in the postseason, and they throw back-to-back bullseyes. Both players with a shot at a unicorn here. That's
Ooh.
awfully close.
It's going to be
4,
close on
Casey.
Chris's here.
5,
Ooh.
Chris.
It's a 5 for D'Onofrio, a 4 for Buell.
All right,
So
this is your
D'Onofrio
5th row. Casey Buell,
takes
you're
the
at
lead,
20. Chris, you're at
21-20.
Yeah, both players matching points up until that 4th throw. But again, as we've said all night long, neither are missing by much. These are really consistent throwers.
Chris, bullseye.
D'Onofrio lands his 3rd bullseye of the round. Buell throws a 5, so D'Onofrio extends the lead to 2.
All right,
They'll
we'll have you
switch sides and get set for the second half of this one.
And that's the thing with these 2 highly competitive players. Like, there's no room for mistakes. So it's very important to capitalize
4,
on any
Chris.
opponent's mistake,
Bullseye, Casey.
which Casey Buell just does right there.
Just like that, we're tied up. It's a bullseye from Bullseye Buell. 31 all. 4 throws to go.
Oh,
Nice rebound there from
Bullseye,
D'Onofrio.
Chris,
He
4,
throws a
Casey.
bullseye to answer the bullseye of Casey Buell. Buell throws a 4. D'Onofrio back up by 2.
right, and you could hear it from Casey Buell. He knows that he kind of left that door open for Chris to get back in. Another nice throw there by Chris, trying to get a closer look at it.
Bullseye,
It's a
Casey.
bullseye for Buell. Will it be a bullseye for D'Onofrio?
Might be the bottom of that blade there. It's going to be really close. You can see Casey Buell trying to get a look too.
I would say a 5, but Eric, do you want to look?
She says it's a 5, but she wants Eric the Scope Schizel to come in for a closer look. Let's see what the scope says.
Sometimes you need to bring in the scope to get a closer look at that axe throw.
This is crucial because it was a 2-point game, and we just have a few throws to go.
Yep, so Eric's saying that the right side is good, and he's making the
Bullseye?
call.
Okay,
That's a bullseye.
Chris.
So it is a bullseye. That keeps it a 2-point lead for D'Onofrio.
Ooh, and again, honest players in this league. Chris looking it over. Give his opinion if he thought it was a 5. Ooh,
Another good throw from D'Onofrio.
just a devastating
Casey.
4 there for Casey.
Bullseye, Chris.
It's a unicorn for Chris D'Onofrio. Three
this is
straight
your last
bullseyes
throw,
as he's
Casey.
starting to
You're at
put this
45,
one
Chris, you're at
away.
49.
Will Casey Buell go for a kill shot here? Down by 4, he will.
He's making the call.
Okay.
All right, so you can see the crowd's all pumped up for the kill shot as well.
Casey Bullseye Buell lands a
Casey.
kill shot.
He lands a kill shot, and it's going to be an important ruling here.
This is crucial for Chris
That
D'Onofrio.
actually ties
He needs a
you?
5 for the win, but he gets a 4. So
here
we
go.
are going to sudden death, Bobby.
Absolutely, an exciting ending. Just a ice in his veins by Casey Buell to throw that lovely kill shot.
And sudden death, of course, comes down to who can land closer to the kill shot, and this is awfully close. Buell just landed a kill shot to force sudden death, but he misses that one. Did he miss it by more than D'Onofrio is the question. It's so close.
Those look like identical throws right there. So we are going to probably have to get the tape measure out to get a ruling here. Both players scoping out the other player's throw.
It looks very close.
This is why they pay these officials the big bucks. This is something that is crucial to the game, and it's just so close to call.
Absolutely. So
They're going to get out the tape measure, Bobby.
You see the scope getting out the tape measure there. So it is the closest to the potential scoring. So it's where that blade is hitting. It's the measurement from the blade hitting the wood to the first potential score of that kill shot. So what do we say? It's a game of centimeters.
Absolutely, and the fate of D'Onofrio and Buell in this one coming down to the tape measure.
That's gonna be
Chris D'Onofrio in a photo finish, winning it by a matter of centimeters. What a matchup and what a finish here to the regular season, Bobby.
Yeah, we get photo finishes in horse racing. Here we get tape measure finishes. So just a great job by Casey Buell, just with that wonderful kill shot in the 10th row. Again, being aggressive with that tournament coming right around the corner. You're going to see a lot more of those because it's going to be win or go home very soon.
Yeah, if today was any indication of how thrilling the postseason is going to be, this is going to be a postseason for the history books.
Absolutely. It's going to be really a fun Week 8 double elimination tournament. And as we can pull up here the Week 7 results, we can see who's in the leaderboard.
Matt Bradshaw, no surprise. He's been the leader wire to wire this season. He finishes the regular season with a record of 25-3. He improves his average score up to 50.5 points per game. Chris D'Onofrio, a strong finish to his regular season. He wraps up at 26-2. He improves his average score to 50 per game. D'Onofrio, followed by Casey Nines, Casey Buell, Eric Schizel, Big Jim Haas, Cody Brimmer, and Brandon Feenstra.
Yeah, every player on this board and every player in this league has really improved from the start from Week 1 into Week 7. We've seen Chris rise up the leaderboard, only 13 points, total points behind Matt Bradshaw for that number 1 spot. So I cannot wait for this double elimination tournament. It's going to be really fun and should be some surprises.
Yeah, can't wait for it, Bobby. We are just 1 week away from the double elimination postseason tournament. Anything can happen when we get that started here next week on Battle Axe. That's going to do it here for the regular season of this WATL Axe-tion in the Winter League. For the entire MC22 crew, this is Joey Dania with my partner Bobby the Blade signing off from the Bustin Axe Throwing Range in Dubuque, Iowa.